Hi ladies, Michelle here from Fitness Health Club and welcome to our over 50s strength and stretch session today. Today there is no equipment required for the class. However, if you do have a resistance band and a couple of light dumbbells, feel free to bring them along. I'll show you how to be able to use them just to make your workout a little bit tougher today. So we're going to start off with a 3-minute warm-up. We're going to stand up for this one. Starting off with 10 punches above our head, rotating through your hips as you punch those arms up. We're then going to do 10 forward punches like that. Again, you'll notice I'm really rotating through the side of my body. We're then going to do 10 hip openers, really opening up through those hips. Try and keep your hips steady as you do it, so we're not kind of like moving around all over the place while we're doing it. And then finishing it off with 10 just side bends like this in total to warm up through that side. Alright, so 3 minutes on the clock, making our way through those exercises. Let's get started with our warm-up. Starting off with our 10 punches up in the air, guys, so making sure we're really rotating through those hips, warming up through those arms overhead. And then going into 10 forward punches, again rotating through those hips, really warming up through our upper body. We've got 10 hip openers, so make sure we're really stretching that hip out to the side, keeping our hips balanced as we do this. And going into our side bends, so getting a really good stretch through that side body, reaching out to the side and then swapping the sides. Once you finish those, we're going back into our 10 upward punches. Remember, we're doing this warm-up for 3 minutes. Alright, as we get warm, try and really rotate a little bit more through that body. Those hip openers, focus on balance and really stretching out through those hips. Trying to get a little bit lower into that side bend now, really stretching out as much as possible. Last 30 seconds, really warming up through that body. Great job, team. That's our warm-up done. Up next, I've got a circuit round for us. I'm going to put 45 seconds on the clock, 15-second rest in between exercises. All the exercises are on the floor, so grab a mat if you want one. And if you do want those resistance bands, we can use them in a couple of exercises here. So we're going to start off on all fours. So hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. You're going to have one leg straight like this. Then raising that leg up in line with our body and back down. Up in line with our body and back down like this. We want to really squeeze through that glute and feel our butt working. If you do have a resistance band, you can put it just above your knees like that. And then, of course, when you do the exercise, you're going to be pushing against some resistance to make it harder. But if you don't have one, it'll be challenging enough without it. So 45 seconds on one side, 45 seconds on the other. We're then going to lie down on our stomach. We're going to raise up through our lower back, arms out, in, back down. Up, out, in, back down. So you really want to use those muscles in our lower back to get nice and high, like that. Up next, we're going to be on all fours for donkey kicks. So this time we're bending our knee to a 90-degree position, raise up and back down, up, back down. Again, you want to feel it through that glute and keep your hips nice and steady. 45 seconds on one side, 45 seconds on the other. Then to finish off, we are going to be lying on our back. We've got a dead ant. So for this one, we want our knees bent, arms up in the air, looking like a dead ant or dead bug. We're then going to lower one leg and the opposite arm down towards the ground, back up again, arm, opposite leg, down. Don't be fooled, guys. This takes a lot of coordination to do. If you do need to just start with lowering one leg down or one arm down, that's totally fine, and build up to going one arm and opposite leg as you get better at it. All right, 45 seconds on the clock, 15-second rest. Let's get started. Making sure we're set up with our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Keep that knee straight, raising up in line with our body and then controlling back down. Remember, we want to really squeeze the glute through the leg that's raising up, ladies. Rest, shake it out, and then we're going to swap sides. Really squeezing through those glutes, trying not to arch or crunch through that lower back, so we've got a nice straight back. Last 10 seconds, finishing it off. Great job, team. Up next, we've got our back extension. So lying on your stomach, remember to raise up through that lower back. Raising up nice and high through that lower back, arms forward, back, and then slowly lower your body back down to the ground. Try and keep your core engaged on this one. We've got 10 seconds to go. We've got donkey kicks up next. So once again, on all fours with our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Keep that knee bent to 90 degrees, team, and we want to raise that leg just up to the same height as the rest of our body.
Try and keep those hips balanced, so we don't want one side wonking down towards the ground. Alright, 15-second rest to swap sides, shake our body out. Squeeze that glute as tight as you can, raising up in line with your body, control back down. We've got our dead bug up next, so lying down on the ground, we want our hands up in the air and our knees bent. Remember ladies, if the coordination is a bit tricky on this one, you can just lower one leg down towards the ground while keeping your arms still, and then you can slowly progress to moving the arm as well. Getting a couple more reps done before that siren. Great job ladies, that is round one all done. We are going to give you 60 seconds just to relax, stretch out those legs and get ready for round two. Round two starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Those straight leg raises. So hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Keep that knee nice and straight as we raise up and control down. We've got 10 seconds to go. Finish off this exercise. Great job team, swapping sides. Raise up to body height, hold for a couple of seconds, control back down. Remember, if you do want to make this exercise a bit tougher, you can hold at the top for a few seconds and squeeze that glute. back extensions up next. Raising up through that lower back, arms forward, back, and back down. We should be warmed up now, ladies, so see if we can get a bit more of an extension through that lower back. Doing a great job, we're almost there, just a couple more reps to go. Alright team, donkey kicks are up next, making sure our hands are underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. So squeeze that glute at the bottom, raise up so our leg is in line with our body, control back down. Remember to make sure your knee is at 90 degrees the whole time, so we shouldn't have a straight leg on this one. Keep going, ladies. I'm sure those glutes are burning by now. And swapping sides, we've got donkey kicks on the other side. Really feeling the burn through those legs, team. We're doing well. Ten seconds to go, finish it off. And dead bugs are up next, lying on our back. Remember, you can just lower your leg to the ground if needed. Make sure your stomach is pressed nice and tight down towards the floor. We don't want any arch through our lower back. Great job, team. 2 rounds have now been completed. Once again, we're going to give you 60 seconds just to stretch it out, have a drink if you need, and then we're going to go back into that round one more time. Getting ready for our third and final round, team. We are going in 5 seconds time. activate through that glute. Use your glute to push your leg up towards the ceiling. Keeping our core strong and engaged while we're doing this exercise. And swapping sides, we've got our straight leg raise on the other side. Keep that core strong. We want a neutral spine in this position. You got this, ladies. We've got 10 seconds to go. Our back extensions are up next, so lying on our stomach, getting ready, let's go. You should also feel a little bit through your butt, your hips, through your hamstrings and the back of your legs.
Everything changes.
Raising up as high as we can. We should be nice and warm now. Donkey kicks are up next. On all fours, make sure those knees are hip width apart.
Life.
Keeping a nice neutral spine in this exercise, bracing your core. And swapping sides for us, team. We've got one more round of these donkey kicks on the other leg.
Life.
Should be feeling the burn by now, team. Keep pushing through. We are almost there. Work through those glutes. Last 10 seconds. And finishing off this round with our dead bug. So lying on your back, knees bent, arms straight up in the air. Let's go. down towards the floor. We have no arch through our lower back. Keep that core switched on, ladies. We are almost there.
Great job, ladies. Up next, we have got an 8-minute AMRAP for you. So I've got 3 exercises. We're going to go through them as many times as possible in the 8 minutes. For this round, all you're going to need is something to lean on. It could be a chair, a table. I've just grabbed a foam roller and I'm going to stand it up and lean against that. Just something to keep our balance. So, our exercises. We're going to start off with sprinters. For that, we are just taking a little step back and driving up through that knee. Alright? So the point of this is to work on that balance and stability, plus working through our glutes and core. So we're going to do 10 of these on one side, keeping our balance, and then 10 on the other. Just a gentle step back and driving up through that knee. Once we've done that, we are going to go into a squat and then kick back with our leg. Squat, kick back with the leg. When we kick back, we're throwing our body off balance, so we want to really work on that hip stability. And as we kick back, we should feel it through the glute and our hamstring as we go back. Any knee problems, just go into a shallow squat. So even if it's just a little dip like that, and then kick back. From there, we're going to grab something to lean on. As I said, I've got my foam roller. We're going to hold on to it, squeeze through those glutes, leg out to the side and back in. Again, focusing on balance and glute strength and control. So we want to feel it through this leg. 10 one side, swapping sides, 10 on the other side. Like that. Again, focusing on our balance and making sure my hips aren't wobbling out to the side like that. Alright, so as I said, I'm going to put 8 minutes on the clock. I want us to do 10 repetitions of every exercise. Go through it as many times as you can. We should aim for about 3 to 4 rounds in those 8 minutes. Let's get started, ladies.
Alright, ladies, let's get started with our AMRAP. Remember, we've got 10 reps each side of all 3 exercises. Starting off with our knee ups, or sprinters, so taking a step forward, drive that knee up. Alright, swap sides. Once you've done 10 sprinters on one side, we've got 10 on the other. Alright, I'm onto my squat and kickbacks now. So remember, we're squatting and then with a straight leg, we're kicking back behind us. In our kickback, we want to keep our hips steady. We don't want to be wobbly.
Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways.
I'm onto my single leg abductions now, so hold on to a door frame or a pole, standing up straight, kicking that leg out to the side and control back in. We want to feel it through the outside of our glute on this exercise, so try and squeeze it as you raise that leg out to the side. Alright, I've now done round 1 of all exercises, so I'm going back onto my sprinters, 10 each side. Remember, we just keep on going for 8 minutes.
been taken by the words that you say. The voice that carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways.
All three of these exercises, ladies, really focus on glute activation and core activation. We want to stay balanced through those hips. We are halfway through, so we should be about 2 rounds down now. If you're a little bit slower, don't stress. It's better that we go at our own pace. Remember to go at a pace that's right for you. We would rather slow it down a little bit, but make sure we're not wobbling around everywhere. Hopefully those legs are burning now. We're doing really, really well. Only a couple of minutes to go. Down to our last 60 seconds. Finish it off, ladies. Got this, ladies, doing really, really well.
that's the strength part of our workout done for today. We're now going to pop onto the mat and do a few stretches, especially through that lower body, which we've worked a fair bit today. So starting off on the ground for us, we want to have one knee bent and then the other foot just popping over our knee like this. And if you can, press down that knee to the floor. If you want to make this stretch easier, you can bring your arm further out just to increase the angle. And again, if you want to make it harder, just bring that arm a bit closer in towards your body. You're going to feel it through this glute on the leg that is up top. All right, so just join me, press down that knee and we'll hold that for a little bit. And swapping sides for us, ladies. So opposite knee or opposite ankle onto the opposite knee and pressing down towards the ground. Again, should really feel it through this glute here. Alright, next stretch we are going to do, we're going to take our legs out to the side like this, and then keeping our body nice and upright, we're just going to hinge through that spine and walk those hands forward. You want to feel this through those inner thighs and also through the back of your legs, through your hamstrings. So reaching as far forward as we can, and let's really dig into that stretch. Try and walk those hands a little bit further forward now, really stretching through those hamstrings and inner thighs. Great job. We're now going to pop up onto one knee, other knee bent, keeping our body nice and upright. I want us to really push forward, feeling that stretch through the back leg, through that back hip flexor. Try not to crunch like this through that lower back, keeping our body nice and straight, just pushing those hips forward. Sides for us there, ladies. Again, in a kneeling position, push forward through those hips. And there's our strength and stretch workout done for today, team. If you do want to go through those stretches a couple more times, feel free to do that just so you loosen up for the day. Otherwise, we hope to see you again soon. See you later.